Bismillahirrahmanirrahim and Assalamu alaikum friends. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, I am going to tell you step by step how you can make a working model of 3D printed cross flow turbine of 200 watts. So keep watching this video till end. Because at the end of this video, I am going to tell you how you can download SolidWorks or STL files for this model. Let's start. These are the parts that you will need to make this turbine. Let's talk about them one by one. So first of all, you will need this power glue or LP. Then you will need the sawdust. After that, this is the side covers. You will need two side covers. So this is another side cover. Material of these side covers is aluminum. You can make these side covers by sand casting process, and for sand casting process this is the 3D printed pattern of side cover. Then two number of these bearings 6202. Internal bore of these bearings is 15 or 15 millimeter, and outer diameter is 35 or 35 millimeter. Then the connecting box. This is also called a reducer. Then the cross flow casing. This is also 3D printed. Side disc of or side plate of the main casing. Side discs of runner. You will need two side discs. Then these bolts of M8. Total number of bolts you will need is 6. And the runner, it is also 3D printed. Shaft. The material of this shaft is mildly steel. Then the threaded rods of M10. Total quantity that you need is 3 for these threaded rods. Then these nuts of M10. Let's start assembling this cross flow turbine. So this is the side disc of runner, and if you can see there is corner on this side disc. So first of all, use plier or some tool to finish this corner. After breaking the corner walls of both runner discs, we have to cut threads on them. So use this tab of M8. So I have welded the bolt on the other side for my ease to cut thread. So there are 3 holes on the runner discs. So first of all, trim or fillet the edges of all 3 holes for runner discs. Then cut the threads on all these 3 holes. After making threads on these discs, we have to assemble them on the runner. So fillet this circular edge of the runner. Now place the side disc on the runner. Then place some sawdust on this circular edge. Now pour the Alfie on the sawdust. It has been observed that the bonding with the sawdust is more strong or more powerful than without the sawdust. If you have any better idea of sticking parts, plastic parts together, then please share it with me. I will appreciate it. Now assemble the other side disc on the runner on the same way. Now screw all the M8 bolts on both side discs. So working on the runner is done, and now it's time to assemble or complete the main crossflow casing. So place the side plate of the casing on this side, and then on the same way uh, place some sawdust and then pour some glue or Alfie on the sawdust to stick this side plate. So the casing is also completed, and now it's time to assemble the whole assembly. So for that, screw the M10 nuts on the threaded rods like this. Now insert the threaded rods into the side covers, and then screw one more M10 nut on the other side. And make sure that the nut for this side must be aligned with the face of threaded rod. Then tight it. Now next step is that insert or place the bearing on this bearing seat, and then assemble the shaft, this side of the shaft on the bearing, and now assemble the main casing with this connecting box. So for that, first of all, we have to fillet the edges of connecting box and the main casing. Now assemble the connecting box on the main casing, and then use the same technique of sawdust and glue to stick both of these parts together. Now screw the nuts on the other side of threaded rod. Now assemble the main casing on these two threaded rods and then screw two more nuts on these rods. From here, follow my steps. These two pairs of nuts will catch this side of main casing, and for this side of casing these two pairs of nuts will be used. Now assemble the runner on main shaft and be careful about the direction of the runner, and fillet the circular edges of runner disc bore if needed. Now assemble the runner and shaft in the main assembly. Slide the runner on shaft to align it with main casing. So make sure it must be aligned perfectly. Now screw three more nuts on these rods. Then place the bearing on this side of shaft. Now attach the other side cover on the main assembly, and during that be careful because one side cover has this type of hole and the other one is solid like this. So attach the other side cover on main assembly and then tight it with nuts. Now also tight these nuts for main casing, and so finally your cross flow turbine or 3D printed cross flow turbine is ready. Now let's practically test it with water. As the size of penstock pipe for this turbine is 3 inch, and unfortunately I did not had the 3-inch pipeline, So that is why I'm using this quarter inch pipe to test it. I hope you had enjoyed this video, and if you want to download SolidWorks or STL files for this cross flow turbine, text me on my Facebook. I will leave my Facebook ID in the description. Thanks for watching and make sure to subscribe this YouTube channel.